All right, and welcome back. We are tracking large damaging hail near the community of Clarksville, and this is for the storm that's in portions of Logan, Johnson County. And you can see this area where we're starting to get the larger, darker blue reading. That is the potential for ping pong ball size hail. So potential ping pong ball size hail just fell near the community of Clarksville. We're going to go ahead and sample this and show you just what we're talking about here. The largest hail within this storm is around ping pong ball. That's a pretty large damaging hail core moving into portions of these little communities and these other towns that you see here across portions of Logan and Johnson County. So again, large damaging hail is going to be the primary risk. We're going to be here with you just to let you know what to expect with this. This is a pretty gnarly little storm, and one thing that we also want to continue to monitor too is to the north of this initial supercell, we're starting to see this split apart. And the reason that's important is when you see these storms split, sometimes they split and one side just fizzles out and dies off. But if we get this one to start producing hail eventually, the left split storms are typically the ones that produce the larger, more damaging hail. So this is something we'll need to watch closely, and we're watching that behind the scenes here. Right now, the only reports that we've gotten so far are around $half sized hail. And that was from some local emergency management. It looks like we have a new warning for portions of, let's say, Johnson County. And they're keeping that hail right around the same level. So ping pong to $half sized hail is what we've got with this particular storm. And then it's going to eventually make its way out of Johnson County here. But we just want to let you know and keep track with this just so you can see what we're talking about here. Some potentially large hail near the community of Clarksville. And let's go ahead and show you what we've got going on here too. So we also have another update as well where we now have a tornado watch in effect, and that is in effect until 7 o'clock this evening. And that pretty much includes all of our counties except one. And you can see all of our county coverage area under this yellow box. That is, again, a tornado watch in effect until 7 p.m. So we got a long day ahead. So this is one of those things that not everyone's going to see storms today. It's just a risk that you want to stay in tuned with just because we have the risk in place. We have the ingredients in place. So you want to stay plugged into the forecast. Will you see storms? It's not entirely guaranteed your area gets hit. But it's one of those things that you just want to be mindful of as we head throughout the day. Let's take a look at that risk that we've got in place. And in the meantime, we'll be keeping an eye on that storm behind the scenes. But right now, 2 out of 5 for a large portion of our county coverage area. We're watching this very closely throughout the day. The further east you go, the higher end the risk starts to get. Unfortunately, our neighbors in northeast Arkansas are once again at a 4 out of 5. That's not for us, but that's just something that we need to be watching for our neck of the woods. Anything that develops for us will eventually make its way out and then unfortunately may impact areas to our east. So we're watching. We have this one initial round, and it does go on for the next couple of hours for northwest Arkansas. River Valley has some of the better ingredients in play, but that doesn't mean that areas in northwest Arkansas won't see a thunderstorm between 3 and 8 o'clock as well, given the fact that we have this watch in place. So we have these storms, and notice the models are a little bit off. It's a little bit more to the north than what's actually verified for this time. But notice as we make our way to 4 o'clock, again, we're watching. There could be some additional storms in the area that are large hail producers, maybe some damaging winds, and a low but not zero tornado risk as well. And then as we progress into the evening, we're watching. The models aren't exact science. They're not perfect. If we were to get any sort of storms in our area, they could be anywhere. It's not going to be just the River Valley. They could be producers of large damaging hail. And the overall risk today could be baseball, maybe even a little bit higher given the environment that we have in place. So we're watching this very carefully. Continues into Saturday, 2 out of 5 risk there. And then we've got a doozy of a forecast for the next several days here. And I'll go ahead and step out of the way. We're watching that storm behind the scenes. We'll let you know if anything changes with that. We don't want to completely forget about that storm, but it's starting to get closer and closer to the outside of our coverage area in Johnson County. So anything changes with that, of course, we'll let you know. But right now, we're watching storm risks all the way through Tuesday. So pretty active next couple of days. And there's even some indications that maybe a little bit more widespread activity coming up Monday, Tuesday, but it's too early to get into that. So we're keeping an eye on the forecast the next several days. The moral of the story is download the 5 News app. We'll let you know if anything changes, any updates, any alerts. And then keep it here with the Weather Impact team where you're watching these around the clock. So of course, we will let you know if there's anything to be concerned about.